All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update. And honestly, I didn't think I would be doing this update today because I'm going to give you guys a quick health update to kind of know what's been going on. Now, I cannot give specifics because we do have lawyers involved, and I cannot talk about my accident or too much about what's been going on, but I promise you guys, when everything is all and done, all finished, I will do a whole video on what's happened since the accident. But I had a massive setback early this week, and on Tuesday, I had a medical emergency and did have to go into the hospital, and I've been pretty messed up, let's put it that way. And I can't get into specifics of what happened, but I didn't even think I was going to have the ability to come in and do this update today. And I actually had tickets for Captain America New World Order tonight. I canceled them earlier today, but then I repurchased them, so I am still going to go to the movie and should have my review up later today. I still have to do my review on Love Hurts, but I'm telling you, I've been pretty messed up. And I can't get into the specifics, but all I could tell you with as complicated as my surgery was, there are some side effects that can occur that put me on a massive setback this week. Luckily, it doesn't actually involve the injury itself, but I did have to skip a couple of physical therapy sessions this week, and it's just this whole mess. And you can probably hear I'm even having trouble, just catching my breath. But I go back into the hospital on tomorrow for some more testing just to make sure I'm okay. But I am here for the update. So that's all I could talk about. Don't come in asking for questions because I cannot talk about it outside of that. I do appreciate all the support for those of you guys that care. And I know a couple of you just want the DC stuff, but unfortunately this is all tied together and it affects me in a big way. And it's why I have been absent since my last update. Now on Sunday, my last video was on the money. I told everybody there was a high probability that during the Puppy Bowl that we were going to get no new footage from Superman. And what happened? There was no new footage from Superman. All they ended up doing was showing the same trailer at about the 45-minute mark, and then they had a banner saying exclusive look at Superman. And what did they show? The goofiest, stupid shot of Guy Gardner, and that's what they used to help promote Superman. Superman is an absolute PR disaster for Warner Brothers at this stage. As a fan, and I will tell you, after Sunday's debacle, there are even some of the most adamant YouTube channels that are pro-Superman started questioning what Warner Brothers is doing. And I'm like, finally, they're seeing what I've been saying all along. At this point, the movie looks like a parody. It looks like it's going to be a comedy. It looks like he's not taking this seriously. I still hate the suit, and we're going to look at a new look at the suit today. I'm going to talk about what problems I have with it. And what I will tell you is that in April, the CinemaCon is going to happen, and that's where they're supposed to really start showing a new trailer for Superman and really start the Summer of Superman promotion. And I really hope Warner Brothers could turn this around because I'm not one of those that is hoping that this movie is going to suck. I would love to walk into the theater and come out and say that was something special. I've just never seen something special from James Gunn. And I have zero, especially after Sunday's debacle, I have zero faith in what Warner Brothers says and how they do their marketing. I think that to me, it's false advertising. It is deceptive. And this is the same crap that they did with The Flash. There were just blatant lies that were told about The Flash, because I got to see the movie early and then got to see the final version, and we were promised that things weren't finished, that there was going to be all this special stuff in this very special post-credit scene, and those things never happened. Never happened. It was utter lies by the studio. So I will never believe another thing that Warner Brothers says, because they have been fraudulent with their advertising. And I really hope that they get sued for this kind of stuff, because they ended up having the biggest audience for the Puppy Bowl, and it was because they advertised Superman. Now, apparently, all these accounts were talking about get an exclusive look at Superman at the Puppy Bowl. See, new footage from Superman at the Puppy Bowl. And I went on all those accounts and I'm like, where did James Gunn ever say that this was going to happen? Where did Warner Brothers ever say this was going to happen? And they didn't. I watched everything. I follow everything DC. They never said anything about that for an exclusive look. And, well, not even an exclusive look, but new footage, maybe new trailer or a crypto-centric trailer. And that's what they were all talking about. And apparently that started with the Hollywood Reporter. So where did the Hollywood Reporter get it from? I guarantee you it came from Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is known for doing this kind of shit. And I am a fan. As a fan, I'm sick and tired of their bullshit. Yeah, I'm a little short because I've seen this go on for years, and I'm done with it. I'm just done with it. So yes, I'm irritated. They could still turn this around, but the question is, are they going to? I have zero faith that that is going to happen. Now, with today's movie, with the Captain America that I'm going to, luckily, I don't have an emotional connection to Marvel like I do DC. So I get to go into Marvel as a completely blank slate, and I'll come in and tell you guys honestly what I thought of the film. The only film that I absolutely love out of the MC films was Captain America Winter Soldier, and to this day, that movie is a perfect 5-star film. It's at a whole nother level, and they've never been able to replicate that. Sure, the Avengers, the last couple of movies were pretty cool, but they're not on the level of Captain America Winter Soldier, and I don't think they're ever going to top that. I don't. So I don't have that emotional connection. And as of now, my emotional connection with DC films is also at 0. So I can guarantee you I'm going to be able to go into Superman and give you an honest opinion. And that is my promise to you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to make it seem worse than it is. I'm not going to make it seem better than it is. Now, there are a few channels out there that are still saying that they know it's going to be the greatest film ever, and they expect it to make $1.5 to $2 billion. I'm telling you, this is insanity, guys. It's absolute insanity. Do you know how much of a special film it would have to be to make that kind of money? That ain't happening under Warner Brothers, and it isn't happening under James Gunn. I'm just telling you guys that right now. But let's take a look at some of the stuff I have grabbed since Sunday. So first up, we have a bunch of merchandise that was released. I didn't take any grabs of the shirts, but Warner Brothers is going to have a bunch of apparel available for people to purchase that is crypto-centric. And here is a toy that actually flies. You can see it's got some blades there that probably, you spin them up and it will probably fly. How well it works, I don't know. I will tell you, I'm not buying any of these toys until I see the film and I know it's actually going to be good. And I feel sorry for anybody who's going to buy into this just because it has the Superman name on it. I just don't trust Warner Brothers. But this is a brand new shot at Superman. And we're going to take a much closer look at this. And I'm going to talk about the suit and what is goofy on it and what I just think it's just the worst Superman suit ever. There's just no question about it at this stage. So here is that closer look. Now I'm going to point out that all the gun shills out there in my comments kept saying they're going to fix the wrinkles in post. They're going to fix it all in post. Now, I had a couple of people come in and say like the hoodie that I have on today, when you wear your hoodies or your sweatshirts or your oversized shirts, there's wrinkles in them. Some people said, put on a long sleeve shirt and see if there's wrinkles. I'm sorry, but my clothes are not made to be superhero clothing. Superman has never had wrinkles in his costume like this. Look at that arm that is outstretched. It's his left arm, but it's on the right side because he's facing us. Look at the wrinkles all the way down that arm and how it is bunched up at the shoulder. And then look at the collar. That is 3 inches, at least 3 inches away from his neck, meaning when he's flying, that's going to look like, an outstretched, a shirt that has been stretched out. But when he's standing up, it falls down. This is just a terrible looking Superman suit. It doesn't look like this in the comics. It's never looked frumpy like that. It's a whole new take. And there are people that still will say this is the most amazing thing. It's comic accurate. It is not comic accurate. Just because it has some color in it doesn't mean it's comic accurate. Some people are just obsessed with the color alone. Now, looking at I almost said Henry Cavill, looking at David Corenswet himself, yeah, it's a pretty cool shot. I actually like this shot. If he can look like that in the movie, but he never looked like that in the trailer, guys. Not one time during the trailer did he look like that. And we have yet to see him be Superman. And I even posted on social media, why is Warner Brothers afraid to show us, David Corenswet be Superman? Because he was beat up and just torn down and bloody that entire first teaser trailer where there was no dialogue. So this is your new look. It is art. It's not a direct, photo image, but it is probably taken off of an actual pose. I mean, it's probably a real photo that was made to look like art. There's lots of programs that do that, and that's what this looks like this is. Also, Super X Apparel has announced a brand new line that is associated with Batman versus Superman. And here's the first outing that they have. It is a Superman hoodie and Superman joggers. I am very curious to see what this is going to cost. I would not mind getting some of these and doing a review on them, but I'm going to have to see what the pricing is. I mean, if it's like $90 for the hoodie and, $65 for the joggers, I am definitely not picking this up. It'll be outside of my budget, but I will definitely, if it's within budget and it's priced reasonably, I will definitely be picking these up. But they wouldn't be making this if there was not an interest in this brand. People keep telling you everybody hated, Batman and Superman, but yet they keep making products for it, which is amazing. Also, Constantine 2 looks like it is closer than ever to getting made. Director Francis Lawrence of Constantine 2 says, I will say we are closer than ever being able to do a sequel, which is a great thing. And Akiva, Keanu, and I are super, super excited about it. We have a great idea. We have gone through a bunch of the comics over the years and looked at things. I will say that there's probably grains from things that we're pulling, but in truth, most of it is just coming from the three of us, loving the character, loving the world, having it sort of back in the back of our minds for 20 years and just kind of percolating on ideas and stories and characters we love and ideas we love. That's pretty cool. You could tell that they have a passion for this, and it's nice that they're able to come back and possibly do a sequel. But we'll see. As long as James Gunn is down there, I don't know if anything outside of his universe is ever going to get made. Now, this has me a little bit worried. James Gunn, he talks a little bit about Mr. Terrific's role in the new Superman film. He said they're not just cameos. These are the characters. They are supporting cast. But Mr. Terrific is the main character of those characters. He actually has a big part of the plot. Really? I remember him specifically saying this was specifically a Superman and Lex film. But now we find out that Mr. Terrific has a massive part of the plot, which he's also tied to Guy Gardner and Hot Girl, them working for the company. And yeah, I just think there are way too many characters in this film. And this is just backing that up. James Gunn is real good at trying to hide the facts. And it's going to come back to bite him in the end if this movie is overbloated with characters and it doesn't feel like a true Superman film. But we shall see. All right, guys, so there you have it. Another DC update. I'm going to continue to do these updates as long as I am healthy to do so. Things have been, like I said, quite hectic. But if I have the energy and the ability, I am going to be in here as much as possible. Luckily, mobility is not anywhere near as big of an issue as it used to be, but I did have the setback because I had to miss 2 physical therapy appointments this week. I am keeping my appointment tomorrow, though, and I am looking forward to getting back on track. You guys have no idea how much I am looking forward to getting back on track. I had no idea how big of an issue a surgery like I had could become, but it's pretty dang serious. And so I plan on being here, and I appreciate all the support. We will see you guys on the next video.